Our next guests this evening are one of the country's most beloved bands, having formed originally in 1982. They've had hits like This Is, Too Late for Hallelujah, and of course, Crazy World, which they recently sang to a sold-out crowd in Croke Park last weekend, with none other than Coldplay.
Oh, so epic. And to tell us all about that incredible night, please welcome back to the 6 o'clock show, Billy, Lee, Alan and Joe.
Hi, guys.
Oh, my God. Great to see you.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Catching up recently, wasn't it?
Billy, you have to tell us. I know we mentioned it a little bit earlier on the show, but Coldplay. How did that even come about?
Well, about a month before the gig, we got a call. Our manager Denise, got a call from Coldplay's management asking us that Chris Martin has requested, can you get up and sing Crazy World with him? Of course, we just went. First of all, we thought it was a wind-up.
I was going to say,
yeah. It was someone messing, but it was actually, Denise said, no, this is genuine. So, of course, we said, yeah. On the Sunday, we went in there at 3 o'clock and we rehearsed with Chris Martin. But there was one rule. We were told that if the gig leaked, if it was leaked that Aslan were getting up at Coldplay, it wouldn't happen. So we had to keep it under wraps. Yeah. And even when we were sound checking in Croke Park on the day at 3 o'clock, we couldn't do an Aslan song. He said, do anything other than Aslan, because we don't want people here.
Okay.
And then also during the gig, Katia, we were in the dressing room, so we didn't get to see any of the gig.
It was
said, I don't want this. It was really top secret
stuff.
And it worked brilliantly. The surprise when he introduced us on stage, it was absolutely wonderful.
I mean, you see the video, Lee, and you just get goosebumps. How did it feel, number one, knowing that it was Chris Martin himself that requested you guys? And then also, what was going through your head when you stepped onto that stage?
Well, obviously, it's a huge honour because it's Coldplay. Like, you know, the whole band were there. Like, they're all sound lads, lovely lads. Going to the stage, it's like we were after being in Australia the week before. So it's a bit like, is this really happening? It's like jet lag is kicking in. All of a sudden, we're in Croke Park. And then all I wanted to see was really me family's faces, you know. I could imagine what they were like at home because we couldn't tell them anything.
Yeah.
So, like, when we're getting up...
you kept this even from your family?
You had to, yeah.
Wow.
Had to keep it from everybody.
Yeah.
So that's all I could imagine was their faces, like, you know, when they seen it.
It's an incredible memory, I'm imagining, for you guys. Alan, when you're backstage, I mean, obviously, we saw little pictures online and whatnot. Chris Martin looks like an absolute gem. How was he?
He is. He's a gem. He's an absolute gentleman. Because when we went into the rehearsal that day, we were on the C stage, which was kind of like the smaller stage. And when he arrived up onto the stage, we were all just, well, I was anyway, I kind of can't believe this moment. But he just put everyone at ease, you know, and you could see also the amount of work that he had put into the song, because one of the lads turned around and said, you know, what chord this is and whatever. And he just turned around and he says, I know the song inside out. But it was just great to meet him and, you know, he just put us all in our place kind of thing. It was lovely.
Yeah, just also knowing that massive respect is there for you guys as well. You know,
the fact that he knew you, like, he's an Aslan fan.
Well, so they say,
He knew the history of the band. He knew we were together 40 years. You know, he knew Christy had passed last year. He said, you lost your singer. And what was beautiful about it was the way he introduced the band. He done a little poem, and it went something like, hello, my beautiful brothers from Aslan. I hear you're turning a new page. I know it's a task. Please, can I ask?
Oh, that's right.
Will you join us on stage? And Croke Park just went nuts. But that was, he instead of just going, here's Aslan, he actually put a bit of thought into the way he brought us on.
Joe, how did that feel?
Brilliant. Brilliant. I mean, the fact that he mentioned Christy as well, you know. Which was, you know, nice, I'm sure he would have loved to be here, but that's the way it is.
Do you think he'd be proud of you guys now?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. You know, he's always proud of anything that we did, you know. So.
I think, as we've said before, whenever we perform that song, or whenever we perform a gig, Christy is there with us. You know, you don't be with someone in a band for 40 years and suddenly forget about them. You know, so Christy is always going to be there with us. You know, and Lee's carrying the torch now. He's carrying on the torch, which is brilliant.
Of course. Well, Lee, the last time you were here, you know, you'd only joined. We were catching up with you. How are you settling in? I mean, it looks like you're doing great.
Yeah, well, it's been a whirlwind, put it that way. Of starting off, and then we go off to Australia, and before that we did Electric Picnic, which was mental. Great. We did the Salty Dog stage there. When we arrived there was only like 60 people. So we went backstage, got ready, came out, and there was 6,000 people there.
Yeah.
And like, so we went to Australia the next day, come back from Australia, and you're doing Coldplay in Croke Park.
Yeah.
It never gets old, does it? And like,
No.
just seeing those crowds.
Look, you know, you probably know this band. It's like over the 40 years, it's been up, it's been down. At the moment, we're on and up, and we're experienced enough to know that when it's like this, take every piece of it, because surely further down the road, we're going to hit another dip somewhere.
Thanks very much.
That takes it.
Well, there's optimism.
That's the way it's been for 40 years. So
I'll tell you I'm leaving.
An exclusive.
It's an exclusive. Joe leaves Aslan.
Hopefully, all you'll have to deal with from here on in is a bit of jet lag.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're playing Dublin this Friday.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
Can't
tell
wait.
us.
This is we did a show. We did 2 shows in Whelan's, which was the first Dublin gig with Lee. Since then, we've a load of gigs under our belt. So this is our second gig now in Dublin, and it's in the Academy. And can I just, anyone that's going to the gig, we are on stage at 8:30 sharp. Wow. It's earlier than we would normally go on. I think doors at 7. We have a great band, an indie band from Tala called The Lush, who are full of attitude. They're on, and then we're hitting the stage at 8:30. So make sure you're there for 8:30.
Okay.
Okay.
Good tip. I like that.
Yeah. Now we hear, Alan, you're working on some new music as well.
yeah, look, the last year, whatever, like 10 months or 11 months, the most important thing for the band was to get back out onto the road. So we're there now. We have the set. We can gig. As you know, we've been all over the place. But being Aslan, we have to create. It's always been about going forward with the music. And funny enough, only last week when we were in the studio, we actually got a bit of time to get a new song together. So we're in again tomorrow and Wednesday. So we'll do a bit for the gig in the Academy on Friday, and then we're just dying to get into new stuff.
Straight into the
It's a new
studio.
album.
exciting.
It's going to be a
busy.
full album that we're working on.
It's a very exciting time for you guys. You
Yeah.
can feel the energy off you. Now, Lee, I'm going to ask you last question, right? Obviously, the big news, we had Coldplay. Next up, it's Oasis. If the Gallagher brothers call, I'm presuming it's a yes.
Wouldn't that top it off?
Wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Never mind Coldplay. Imagine getting the support to Oasis.
Yeah. Well, I have one request. I want to be a roadie if you
Yes.
do. I'm a massive
I mean, I
Oasis
already see your manager Denise making phone calls over there. So who knows? Who
Denise,
knows?
get on it. No pressure.
Denise is on it.
She's on it.
already.
Right, round of
guys,
applause
thank
for
you very
Aslan.
much.